Hello, everyone. We are back again for another Embrace Her Legacy live show. We're going to have a little chit chat, a little girl talk. I tried to put some music on, but you know, Instagram always likes to play games. So we're going to do it like this. We're just waiting for Maria to join us so we could get started. We were away for a little bit because we had the Summer Institute going on. You guys, if you follow us, then you saw all of our content and you saw the inside scoops of what we were doing in the classroom. So that's why we were away. But tonight we get to rekindle. How is everybody out there? Hello. Hi.
Hello, can you hear me?
Your Wi-Fi. I can't even hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, now I can hear you.
How are you?
I'm good. You want to know how dedicated I am?
How dedicated are you?
I'm at work in my break room right now.
Oh my God! We could have definitely did this next week, you know?
It's okay. I'm here. We here.
Oh my God. Are you going to be able to do this for the entire hour?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I already told my manager that I'm gonna need at least like an hour. They were like, it's fine.
Can you guys hear me and see me well?
Yeah,
Hi,
hi.
Jennifer.
How we doing?
We
Well,
doing well. How are you?
I'm also in a break room. That's not actually a break room, but it's
We
okay. We're dedicated for this.
the Embrace Her Legacy team is full of hustlers. We are at work.
okay.
Okay.
Okay. Not at work, side work, child. I totally get it. I totally get it. Oh my God, Jennifer. Are you good? Well, if you need to hop off anytime, Jennifer, or Isis, anybody, if we need to cut it short, we'll cut it short. But yeah, look at us being on live.
Right. Do you want to wait and let the people join, or do you just want to get started?
I mean, we could give everybody like a minute or a minute more, but I just want to check in with y'all.
Yeah.
I've noticed
How
that,
have you been?
girl, I would say since the program, I have been like tired. Like I have these like moments I'm like, I need to pull away, I pull back, pull away, pull back. I forgot just how much everybody's been asking. I don't think I've even taken the summer program in yet because I've been so like like coming in and out of rest. So girl, I forgot how much effort it takes to do a program in person. So even tonight's live, I was like, whew, okay, I gotta go back on live. All right.
I get on camera. I gotta talk to the people.
I gotta talk to the people, and I don't, you don't always feel like talking to the people sometimes. So it was like, okay, all right, girl, let me do it for the people.
We got this. We're gonna get on here and have a little chit chat. It's gonna be a chill vibe.
All right, well, let's jump in. Let's get started. It's 8:03. People who can't watch now can watch the replay, watch it on YouTube.
Watch it right on our page once it gets posted.
Amen.
All right, so let's get started. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another amazing Embrace Her Legacy live show. Tonight, we're going to be doing things a little bit differently. We're going to have a nice Embrace Her Legacy girl talk. We're going to answer some questions that you guys might have had for us. And we're going to go and dabble into what we did during the Summer Institute. As always, tonight, Maria Melendez is going to be joining me, our founder and CEO and inspirational homegirl. And we have another special guest, our summer intern, Jennifer. Thank you for being here, first of all, while you're at work. Shout out to me and Jennifer, and shout out to you for being here, too.
Girl.
Period. Make sure that you follow us on all of our social medias. You can follow us on TikTok, Facebook, and if you want to join us and get the inside scoop on what we have going on, then you can subscribe to our Patreon page, and I'm going to link that below.
Boom.
Boom. Anything else that we need to add?
No, just make sure you follow because we got a lot to. I feel like we need this rest that's about to come in these next couple of weeks. For those of you who don't know, the Embrace Her Legacy team collectively takes the end of August, them last 2 weeks of August off, and my body and my spirit is like, yeah, man, it's time. So I'm just grateful that everybody could join in for us on our last live for the summer. When we come back, it'll be the fall. Well, not necessarily, it'll be after Labor Day. Yeah, it'll be the September season, but this is our last summer Embrace Her Legacy Live. I think we've been doing a damn good job this year compared to other years. We have given you so many lives. So if you like what you see and you need to catch up and you're watching this when we happen to be out of the office, go on our YouTube, go on our Instagram, and you can catch up on all the lives, on all the topics, or all the things. But yeah, ladies, let's get started, right?
Okay. So my first question is, what was your favorite part of the Summer Institute?
I want to hear everybody answers. I want to hear everybody go because everybody has different answers. I think like the favorite, it's a little cliche, but hold on, guys. I have music on. Let me pause it. I think the favorite thing is literally getting back in person. Like that was probably like the favorite part. Being back in person in that boardroom. And Jennifer, I don't know if you saw when I first walked in, I was taking it all in because I was like, damn, 5 years went by since summer 2019, since we were in that very same room. And it was very, I can't describe that feeling into words. And I reached out to Amber, who was our previous intern who was with us that summer, and she understood what I was feeling because I said maybe the only person who would understand was the person who was last with me in that room 5 years ago, and so much has just transpired. So that was probably my favorite part, was just literally being in person. There was so many other bits and pieces, but just being in person brings back a different energy. That virtual, while we did great virtually, it's just different. It's just better. It's just different and better and more rewarding experience to be back in person, and you appreciate it so much more from a different lens now, 5 years as opposed to 5 years ago when we kind of took all those things for granted. So that was probably my most favorite part, is just kind of just being back and forth. Of course, there was little bits and pieces that I know we'll talk about it in a second, but that was my favorite part, the beginning of the program, walking in. What about you guys? Jennifer, you were there every day. Isis, you were there some days. Then you were chiming in online. What was you guys' favorite part of the program?
For me, my favorite part of the program was I started with Embrace online. So to be able to be in the classroom after, sending out the emails, being on the interviews, it was like a full circle moment for me. I was like, wow, like I'm really seeing it come to life. So that was really nice. And I feel like this year, it's different when you're on a Zoom call, but when you're really physically there, I learned so much just with the girls. Like, I feel like it was so nice. I learned a lot of different things, especially during our legacy panel. So I appreciate that.
Hi, Peyton. Look at one of our legends on,
Hi.
as a matter of fact. Hey, Peyton. Peyton was one of our stars this summer. Thank you for joining us, Peyton.
Thank you.
Jennifer, what was your most rewarding, your favorite part of the program?
If you guys hear music in the background, it's because I'm at work. I'm sorry, I can't stop it. But everything. I was like, as I was watching through like the videos when I first started apply when I was like doing my interview, I was like, this looks amazing. Like I want to be in that room, and thankfully, like 100% it came true. And I just learned so many. Like I was growing as like they were learning, and like I was taking in like their moments where I would like that write down like thoughts that you would say or like words that you would say. I'm like, that got to me. So it was just like so like good, and like seeing them grow and seeing them like from when they came in, because they came in like popping. They came in and they were like, I'm here and I'm gonna speak. And they were speaking, they were sharing their thoughts, they were doing their thing. But it just like got so much better and so much like light into them. I don't know. They brought in light, but it got even more, and so it was just so good seeing them like grow and how like different they were from like day one to like the last day. It was just also like a little sad because I was like, oh, like I'm ready to see this. But yeah, it was just like pure like joy for me and learning. But yeah.
Thank you,
That
Jennifer.
was beautiful.
That
Thank
was
you.
beautiful, and it was heartfelt. You know what another favorite part of mine was? Jennifer introducing the snaps. So it was like
Yes.
every time we would say
We
something, So this
Well,
was
I'm
the
like,
snapping. This was
yes.
the snapping cohort. I had never had a snapping cohort, but baby, they were snaps. So it was like yes and snaps and So just to the snaps was definitely one of the highlights. Seeing all the snaps. I think when we do the recap, we just need to highlight all the snaps of the program.
No, for sure. That actually leads into my second question. What is a moment that stuck out for you this summer?
Besides the snaps, Jennifer, to piggyback on what you hear you say was and this is something that I'm used to, this part, seeing how they come in to how they go out. They come in one way and they go out another way, right? So that's always something. But the clicker exercise, I think doing the clicker exercise is probably it's something that I learned through a ministry that I'm a part of called A Covered by God. So to see me learn something that I've used in my day-to-day and teaching the girls how to combat negative fear-based anxious thoughts with an actual clicker, to see them do it. Like when I came home and watched those videos that day, I almost choked up. Because I said, wow, to give them tools, because everyone can say, I think it's not all, oh, thank you,
Oh, thank
Caitlin. I think like it is helpful to tell people to do something, but it's another thing to show people how to do something. So I can't tell you to stop thinking negatively, and I'm not giving you the tools to how to do so in the moment, right? So I think that's one thing that I really like, is being able to see that those type of things when we're giving them actual physical things to do in the moment, or to prepare for the moment when your inner saboteur is going to inner saboteur. And then there was a moment, one of my legends, when I started correcting them on saying, having anxiety. I said, don't stop claiming it. You wouldn't claim, something detrimental to your life like it's yours. And then to see them start changing their language, like, I don't have anxiety. It's something that I experience sometimes. It's not mine. Disownership from negative thought patterns that were not created to be yours. Those were the most highlighting experiences for me, because again, those are things that you can take with you for life, to stop claiming. And I think in this generation, we've gotten a little too comfortable claiming things that God didn't design us to have, right? That it was like if an intruder, I heard someone say this, if an intruder comes in your house, you're not going to say, my intruder. That's someone that's not supposed to be there, right? So you're going to say, hey, this is my territory. So your brain, your mind, your thoughts, that's yours, right? That's your haven. So anything that's negative, anxiety, fear, blah, 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 stop claiming it and treat it like, I like the intruder or the opposer that it is, instead of claiming it. So seeing that moment and seeing them change their language about, anxiety and fear, or saying, one day it's making declarations over themselves. Even when one of our mentees, one of our legends was presenting her vision board, she was like, I will do this when this happens, speaking in the affirmative,
Mhm.
in the declaration over their lives, and say, well, maybe one day. Those are moments that stuck out to me, seeing them get it and seeing them apply it. But I would love to hear you guys, because this is this is not my first rodeo. So I would love to see what you guys, anything that stuck out to you throughout the program.
For me, one thing that is embedded into my brain was during the makeup class when Valeria was sitting there, and everybody was like, oh my gosh, I love how your hair looks pulled back. Look at your skin. And they were just pouring love into her. And you could see her beaming. Like, she was like, oh my gosh, like, I want to dabble into makeup. Like, I appreciate it. And she looked like she was melting it. Like, it was so sweet. That was something that really stuck out to me. And also, I was not there when you guys did it, but I saw on social media the first impressions exercise, and how everyone was very sweet and just poured into each other and affirmed one another and just made everyone feel very special. I feel like that was such a sisterhood moment, and I really enjoyed that. That's something that stuck out to me. This group, they were in it to win it. They was ready to be like, oh my gosh, who are you? Like, they were quick to be homegirls, so I really did appreciate that.
Good. I like that. What about you, Jennifer?
I loved every part of it. I don't know, it's just a lot of moments, but definitely that one. It just reminded me. because she was like, at first it was like, oh my god, like she was at the front of the room, so it was like, and everyone was kind of watching her, but yeah, like that, you could tell that like it got to her, and like she was like embracing it. Um, Another thing was their vulnerability. Like they were able to share things that sometimes it takes a while, but like Maria, you were mentioning, like maybe it's because during the program, maybe it's because it was a smaller group, so it was a lot easier to be open, and like usually it takes them a while, but like right out like the first week, not the first, like the first few days, like they were pretty open. It's like, I'm going through this, like not like that, but kind of like that. It was like you could also see the support. So definitely the vulnerability that they brought in was so like heartwarming, and like, it was good. Stuck out to me.
Good. Thank you, Jennifer. Thank
Thank
you.
you for sharing. Well, this next question does kind of piggyback off the last one. So if you guys have something to say, then definitely share. What is something that surprised you about this year's Summer Institute?
Um, Honestly, everything happens for a reason. I'll be vulnerable as a leader. You gotta go, Jennifer. Oh, I'm sorry.
No,
We
I
love
don't
you,
know what to
Jenny.
say. I'm sorry.
no, it's
That's okay,
okay.
Jennifer. We love you. We love you. Jennifer's at
I miss
work.
you, girl.
Okay, she is
I am.
She's
multitasking.
working
She's
hard.
at work. So she's at her second job. Embrace Her Legacy is her day
Hmm.
job, and she has a second job where she's out there, making sure that people have a good customer service experience.
Hmm. Thank you for being here, Jennifer.
All
Thank you
righty.
guys for having me. I appreciate it. Thank you
All
so
righty.
much.
Bye,
Talk to you guys
lady.
later. Bye.
Bye, Jennifer. She's so sweet.
Right.
Jennifer's been such a star. Honestly, speaking of, that's something, she's somebody that surprised me for the Summer Institute, because I was actually not very concerned, but Jennifer came in at like 2 weeks before this program started. And
Oh,
thank you, Peyton, for her to come in and like
just get it immediately.
she
Yes.
commanded her presence, and she was such a support. She understood, there was not a day I did not feel supported. And I was expecting that from our other intern, but the things happened and she wasn't able to
Hmm.
make it. So I was very surprised about that this summer, like
Hmm.
how well she came up, how she like, for people for those of you who don't know,
Hmm.
we're a nice team over here, and everyone has to go through training and brand training and understanding our brand identity, and what, just because it's pink, is it really an Embrace Her Legacy thing? Do we want to post it? And we had a portfolio of different social media options that we want to make sure that we were capturing, to make sure that people like you who were in the classroom could get into, who could experience what Embrace Her Legacy had to offer. And that was part of Jennifer's job. And I was like, oh my God, is she gonna get it? She got it. We have so much content. We have content to roll out for the rest of the year from that program, and I am not exaggerating. Like, we can put out a picture or a video
Every
every day
day.
until December 31st. That is how much content we have. And she did that, so that was good. So what I was saying at the beginning, I'll be a little vulnerable to say that it was a little challenging me to accept the smaller cohort at the beginning. I was like, God, what are you doing? I am
Hmm.
used to seeing a nice full room in there. And which is why I kept extending the application deadline, and then certain girls were pulling out last minute. And then I was just like, all right, God, whatever you say. And now I recognize that though it was a smaller group, it was surprised me that it was a smaller group, but it happened for a reason. To Jennifer's point, this group would not, I don't think it would have been as impactful if we would have had
Hmm.
12 or however many that we used to in there. So everything happens for a reason. That's what surprised me.
Hmm.
And then also how this cohort was very interested in friendships and healthy
Hmm.
relationships and boundaries and trust and forgiveness. That was probably an
And those are
underlying.
hard things to talk about, and they were ready.
They were very, very interested in those things. And I think everybody in this cohort is smart enough to know not to use that word friend so lightly and so carelessly. And I think it's really easy to do that in your adolescence, even in your adulthood. This is your friend. I think learning to identify who's your friend, who's your acquaintance, who's your coworker, learning to develop trust and forgiveness and reconciliation, all those things. So that was very surprising to me. I was like, not at 16 y'all worrying about this so much, but okay. Yeah, so yeah, anything that surprised you about this cohort?
Absolutely, I agree with you. Like that was what I was gonna say. How vulnerable they were right off the bat was really interesting to me because I feel like usually for the past cohorts that I've seen, of course, new people, you're a little bit shy. You might not want to share right away, but everyone was open. They were ready to receive what everyone had to say, and I really liked that. So that surprised me. And also the things that we spoke about, like that they were going through, it's always surprising when you see like a smiling face versus like what is actually happening behind the scenes. And I appreciate that they were open to hearing what we had to say and how we could help them. Because it's hard to be going through something like, oh, I don't know if I want to hear that, but they were very receptive. So I appreciated that too.
Okay, good. Thank you. Thank you.
Honestly, I feel like being in person is very different, and I did appreciate the experience. But I know that this is not your first
Yeah.
rodeo. So, what is something that is different about this cohort, or what did you first notice when you first got into the classroom?
Well, some of the girls came in as friends,
Yes,
Peyton and
that's
company. So since Peyton, that was different. I never had a cohort of girls. I've had cohort of girls come from the same school, not at the same time. Or they come from the same school, but I had in 2019, I had a cohort. They came from the same schools, but one was there as a freshman and as a sophomore and transferred out. So they didn't come in as friends. But you see, even in this cohort, we had girls who went to the same school, came in as friends, and cohorts that they also came from the same school but didn't know. It was like, oh, I remember seeing you in the hallway, something like that. So that was
okay.
different. Having cohorts, I had to be like, all right, this is a different dynamic. And then this cohort that was different, I was a lot more, and tends to happen when we're in person. It happened virtually, but not as extensively as that I get to meet parents and family members. Like I get to see a little bit of the community that the girls are coming from. So whether it's their counselors, their parents, moms, dads, dad is coming to pick up, sister, friend, cousin. So that and the families this year were heavily involved. Compared to other years, and even seeing
Especially
them
on
involved.
social media.
I want to say you took it out my especially seeing the family members involved on social media, seeing the parents and seeing them supporting their children, or each girl's respective community just coming in, and you're like, hey, that's my niece. Oh, look at my sister. Look at my cousin. And that's how one of our legends came through the program. One of her sister's friends went to the program in 2019. So it was a lot more community oriented. This one, it was like, okay, Embrace Her Legacy. We out here. We come. We have a circle of influence. So yeah, and this cohort, everyone was a rock star in their own right. I won't forget each one. Like sometimes when I look at my cohorts from years past, I can't lie. Sometimes I don't remember each and every one's name off the bat. It's been almost 200 girls. Like I can't remember everybody. But
Right.
but this one, everyone is memorable and a rock star in her own right, and that's something that I appreciated about this cohort. So that was different, and of course, we went back and forth. Some cohort 2019, some of 2019, and some of 2024 will always go down in history books for me because it's pre-COVID, post-COVID, and then
Right.
obviously fall 2020 when we went virtual. Remember that, Isis? You
That
were part
was
of the team that made
crazy.
well,
We
we
were like,
had
oh
to
my
make
God,
sure
sending out the emails, all of
we
that.
had to go virtual, baby. That was different, but we pulled that off. We finessed that
Learning
too. Come
Zoom,
on,
we pulled that
we
together.
pulled it off. Come on, glory to the Most High God. Won't He do it?
Shout
Because
out
baby,
to
because we pulled it all virtually. Yeah. But what was different about this cohort for you?
For me, I have two things. First, that they were so open to doing social media. I feel like it's hard to get the students on camera, but they were like, oh, can we do this? They were ready for the legacy outfits of the day. Like, they were super into it. And I did appreciate the support. Like, whenever we would post the girls, you see their family members in the comments. They're liking things. They're sharing things on their story. It was, like, very, very nice. I feel like this is the first time we've had something like that. So that was super different. And another thing that I noticed is that I feel like the journals, they really did appreciate them because there's a lot of clips of them just all up in their journals, just writing down what you're talking about. And you can see like how you're captivating the room, just like how you're speaking. Even in the photos, you can really see it. And they just all look like they're so happy and really taking in everything that you're saying. And to go from being on a Zoom call to actually seeing it in the classroom, it's like, wow, you can really feel everything that you're saying and how much life that you're speaking into them, and you can see that they're getting it. Even just speaking to them now, seeing Peyton on this now, you can really see like, yeah, like she's like a sponge, and it was really nice. That was the first thing that I noticed.
Oh, thank you, Peyton. Don't worry, we got some more journals coming for y'all.
Right.
Just stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. We got some heat coming in next month, December.
Yeah. So, if you could go back and change anything about the Summer Institute, what would you change?
Oh God, and I regret this, and I try not to live with regrets, but I would have spent more individual time with each girl. And that's something I normally do in person. I didn't do it as extensively this time because I was preoccupied with delivering an in-person program. And it's a lot. You're being the speaker, teacher, managing guests, everybody's like being the front line. And it's like, Maria, so being pulled in so many different directions, the only thing I regret is not spending individual one-on-one time as much as I used to in the past. And also, I forgot how the program runs longer in person, so I definitely would have changed it to end at 3:30. But again, these are like things that you just, it's kind of like learning how to do something again, right? It's like, oh dang, I forgot this is how you do this in person, right? Like it's been 5 years. I had to, give myself grace over that. But with that being said, I am gonna send out an email to this year's cohort, probably the next week, or I'll probably get them if they want to have one-on-one time on my calendar to do that. And I think it's better this way, a little post program, like now that the newness of it all has worn out, and now that you really have to embrace living your legacy. And life is starting to life now. When you really feel like you need the support, this is when it matters most is post program. When school is starting, when you're like, oh God, the seasons are changing. It's getting a little darker earlier. You know what I'm saying? You might feel like you need a little pick me up. I definitely want to give them opportunity to have one-on-one time on my calendar throughout the fall. So that's how I'm gonna make up for that. And next year we'll just end a little later.
Right.
That's it. That's it. Is there anything you would have done differently?
Yes. Well, firstly, I want to give you your praise because you really did deliver a beautiful Summer Institute. So shout out to you for sure. You're welcome. One thing that I would do differently, I wish I could have been there more. Like, that's something that I was like, oh, I really wanted to see the girls grow in a different way. But next year, I'm definitely going to make sure that happens. And not something that I want to do differently, but maybe something that we can consider. I would love to bring one of the classes outside. Like, go to the park, get the blankets, bring some snacks, and we have a session outside. I feel like that would be nice.
Thank you, Peyton. Oh, thank you so much. Peyton was one of our rock stars. Peyton, she's amazing. Yeah, if we could do something outside, I think, I always wanted to do, and maybe this is something we'll do either at the end of the program next year. Maybe we could just find a date on the calendar for all of us to go out to lunch one day. Maybe that's something again that we'll do in the fall, just to hang out, something cute, something simple, something nice, especially before the weather weathers.
Yeah. You know what I was thinking too? The play exercise that we did when we were together with Diana. I
Oh
feel like that
my
would be nice.
gosh, that play exercise would have been perfect. Would cohorts ever have a reunion? Well, you never know, Peyton, what we might have up our sleeve. You never know. But you'll be the first to know. Y'all can have you guys' own individual reunion, but we'll definitely keep you posted on what we got coming.
Right. I'm
I love
excited.
it. I love it.
Well, since we're already talking about, things coming soon,
Mm-hmm.
what are you looking forward to this fall?
Launching these EmbraceHerLegacy journals,
Mhm.
these journals that I have one here. You guys can see there's one right there. But I felt like since the beginning of the year, I've been working on these. But I just using discernment, as Peyton so well said, I felt like we weren't supposed to do it earlier in the year, but finally bringing them out this year and doing more of our in-person programming and events in the fall. I'm really looking forward to doing that, like keeping the momentum. I think this is the first year, and I'm very proud of this, that we have. I'm like, dang, I got a lot of things I want to do before the year's over, right? So using the summer programs momentum for the merch, launching our merchandise line, enhancing our YouTube, bringing a couple series, really making sure that we're optimizing what we're doing online, expanding our online reach, as well as doing the in-person programming, workshops and programming, doing all those things. So that's what I'm looking forward to. I don't feel like I'm coming back to a fall where it's like, well, what now? It's kind of like sometimes it's kind of like when you've won the Olympics and you come back, you're like, well, what do I come home and do now? Now it's like, no, I won the Olympics and now I got to go win the nationals after this. Like, so it's kind of,
Mhm.
it's rewarding to feel that. Like, it's like, oh God, we're going to be busy.
And we're blessed to be busy.
Yeah, we're blessed to be busy and productive. So that's what I'm looking forward to in the fall. What about you?
For me, I'm really looking forward to what we're going to have going on YouTube. I feel like the series are going to be super helpful for our audience, so I'm excited for that. And I'm excited for my Embrace Her Legacy journal because I feel like I have a lot of insight on how to make your journal your own and what you can use it for. And I'm excited to share that with everybody.
Amen. Amen. We're excited to drop it. You guys can share just in time for back to school. So you guys can go copy your journals, and it comes with the first page is actually a very heartfelt letter from me to anybody who purchases the journal. I really do want. I don't. As you know, we're launching our merchandise line, and this is the first of many. We'll have a lot of different merchandising opportunities for you guys to purchase. Merch and Embrace Her Legacy merch. But it's something that I want anybody, when they purchase that and they receive that journal, to use it. To become whoever God has predestined you to be, to heal, to fall in love with yourself, to write down your goals and your visions, and to hold yourself accountable to who you want to be, and make decisions that are going to help you get there, even if they hurt, even if they're uncomfortable. Use that journal. All right, who do I want to be? How am I gonna get there? Use it, and then I hope that I hope I see that journal in everywhere from therapy sessions to on the beach to at church to at work. You know what I'm saying? To at vision board master classes. I
Mm-hmm.
want to see that. I want people to send me pictures of them in that journal. Like I said, everywhere, on the plane, at the boardroom, at the club meeting, studying for exams, getting ready for your college applications. I don't know. I want to see that journal everywhere, all over the world, and we will. So I'm excited about
We will. I'm excited for that,
it. Yeah,
seriously.
yeah. Mhm.
So I'm really excited to hear your answer for
Mhm.
this. How did you feel on the first day of the Summer Institute versus the last day?
Oh God, the first day is like angst. and not anxious. It's angst. It's like, oh my God, my mind is like, okay, I gotta get this, I gotta do that, I gotta make sure the students have what they need. I have to make sure I gotta make sure I'm prepared spiritually and mentally and physically and emotionally. Then I have to make sure that I am prepared to teach. I have to make sure that the students have everything that they need. I'm thinking coordinating with my team, you guys. So we have the online team. Like, I'm like, okay, who's posting what today? Then we have to make sure that what's coming up next. So it's Monday, but I'm already thinking about Thursday because I'm all right. Those guest speakers are coming on Thursday. That means we need to send their emails by Wednesday, and we need to have the headshots and bios so that the girls can read. Like, all of that is
It
running
is
in
just
my
going
mind.
and going and going.
It's going. I have a list of the things. I had a checklist every day for the program. So it's that type of angst, like making sure all the I's are dotted, T's are crossed. Last day is relief and accomplishment. It's like, whew, girl, we did that. I'm normally by the last day, I'm ready to take a breather. And I'm normally by the last day, I have given it all that Maria has given it. And she's like, okay, let's end with a bang, and now I can rest in accomplishment. So that's the total differences. And then normally by week 2, we've already gathered our groove as a team and with the girls. The girls kind of know what the flow of the program is. Their barriers are, their walls are down. Everything is a little bit more easy breezy. Week 2, the girls are starting to develop relationships with another. So it's definitely more of a sigh of relief and accomplishment by the end of week 2. What about you? I would love to hear because your experience is different. You're online and you're in the classroom. You're not. You weren't with us the last day, so tell us how's the difference between day 1 and day 10.
For me, it was a little bit different because, of course, you guys are actively in the classroom. So Jennifer's taking all the content. So it's like, for me, it was more on the team member side of things. I'm like, oh my gosh, I got to make sure that I got this in Canva. I got the hashtags right. I got to make sure that it's posted at the correct time, that the video is clear. So, you know how you were anxious about making sure that the program was delivered correctly. I'm like, I have to make sure that this content is delivered correctly. So that's something that I'm like, oh my gosh, the first day I'm like, this is gonna set the tone. So it's like, I gotta make sure that social media is popping. So that was like the only thing I was worried about on the first day. And then watching all of the footage, because on the first day, once it was all uploaded, I was watching it all. I'm like, wow, like I cannot believe like this is real life, like this is happening in person. So that was really, really awesome. The last day I wasn't there, but just seeing how social media changed over those 2 weeks and how everybody was super interactive, all of the amazing videos that we had, the guest speakers, the photos, and how everyone embraced us, following, liking things, sharing on the story. On my side of things, it was so nice to see like, wow, you guys are doing your thing in person and behind the scenes. We're delivering it to the people the right way and they're receiving it. So that was really, really nice. And just seeing how the girls grew, even if I wasn't there every day, you could see it on social media. And you could see it in the videos and in our content. Like, they were a little bit shy, but they were still open in the beginning. But at the end, they were superstars. Like, even that video that you guys posted when you were walking, I'm like, oh, look at them. They strutting their stuff. Like, it was really nice.
Oh my God. Speaking of Peyton's video of her walking and she flipped her hair, and it's so funny. I was standing next to her. We did it in line, and Peyton's like, Miss Maria, can I flip my hair? I said, yeah, you can flip. She's like, okay, I'm gonna flip my hair. And she gave that hair flip. I said, girl. Even my good girlfriend Elna, she was there that lesson. She was like, that girl is a star. So Peyton, I can tell you, okay, we knew you. Look at her. So to see that at the end of the day, and that's why I took that video. And it's so funny because I think everybody was exhausted. So guys, just so y'all know, let me tell you how tired I was at the end of the day of that program. The last day of the program, I came home. We got some eat. I got home maybe like at 6, and I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna go to take a nap, and I'll wake up and go back out. I woke up. It was 2 o'clock in the morning. I went right back to sleep. I woke up till like 9 o'clock. I had like a 12, 13 hours sleep. And then I kept sleeping the next day, Saturday. So
Really?
yes, I was tired, but it worked out because I was in my bed. And then I noticed I was kind of feeling like my team was feeling a little tired, and Isis was running social media pretty much by herself. I said, I'll take over social media for the weekend because I was like, I'm in my bed resting. This is fun. And I took Peyton's video and I said, I gotta take Peyton's video and make a reel out of it. And that's when he did the with Peyton and the hair flip. This is how our summer program. And Peyton, that is not the last time we're going to use that video. That video is going to be like the ongoing. It's going to be the gift that keeps on giving over here at Embrace Her Legacy. So thank you for giving us that last shot. And we have so much of that content. But I just want to thank you, Isis, and thank my team, because I'm like, I am not a one-woman show. I would not. I used to be, not anymore. For years. I think it's been about 7 years now since I haven't been doing this by myself. But Isis, I am so proud of how social media turned out. I tell you guys, I'm like, yo, our social media looks phenomenal compared to where we were at the top of the year, and even a couple months ago. I also want to thank Ashley. Ashley, even though she couldn't, participate in a program like Ashley, she really was the catalyst that came in the spring to spruce up our social media. And she was the one who kind of started our social media portfolio of Legacy in Progress, Legacy Looks. That was her brainchild. So I also want to give her credit. But y'all did y'all thing. And I am so impressed. I am so impressed. I'm like, I don't post nothing on. So I post when I want to get cute and when they let me. When I'm like, okay, I want to post something. They're like, all right,
Go
but they got it. They make me proud. So shout out to y'all. Thank you for being
Thank
my
you.
rock star team this year. Like, I have no complaints. Thank you. Y'all killed it. Y'all killed
Thank
it.
you.
Right?
All right, so we're winding down. This is my last question for you. So, what was your favorite thing to teach during the Summer Institute?
Um, My favorite class always teaches the goals vision board classes. I'm a geek for that type of stuff, right? But besides the clicker exercise, it was, and this wasn't planned what I did. So there was a dry erase board, and teaching the girls about the accountability circle with the friends and putting them in the middle and giving them a visual representation of how people should have access to, and the trust and forgiveness and reconciliation process, which is something I actually learned from my pastor, Dr. A.L. Bernard. He drew that circle once for us, and to be able to teach them and give them, again, a visual representation, because they now see, okay, I'm in the middle. This first circle is the people who are, we call those like your level A's, like, your best friends. And even Cordelia came in that day. She taught it to them as well. So those were like your top high priority people. That dry erase board came in handy. And
Okay.
then your second level, and then your third level of people, and then in teaching them how to kind of classify people, and when people violate trust or cross over boundaries, how to deal with that in a visual way. Like, so it's like, all right, they went from level A, but now they have to go back to being level C or B or level 1, 2, 3, and now they have to enter the process of reconciliation. And I was really like, forgiveness is a decision, right? Oh God. Hearing that was one of my favorite part of this summer program. Our guest speakers were fire. They were, each guest speaker, bar for bar, and I'm not even like exaggerating this. I will go on record to say summer 2024 had probably the most littest guest speakers. Like, our guest speakers this year, each and every one came through with so much wisdom, so many. I just want to thank everybody. Beth, who came in, and she was our sponsor, our photography sponsor. She came in and gave some Evic Fear journals for the girls. Cordelia Banning, Asha Boston, Lucinda wasn't in skirt, so I'm sorry, Lucinda didn't make it. Asha, Benet, Primo, Dana, Tiffany,
But
Abba. Oh gosh, like everybody came in, and the legends who came. Oh, that's something that happened this year that I forgot.
that,
That was so
that
good.
was gonna be a part of mine.
Yes, the girls who came in from years prior, Amomina, you, Mariama, Favor, Faith, seeing my 2020, my 2021, my 2019, my 2015 legends coming in and networking with 2024 legends. That was probably I totally forgot about that moment. See, I haven't had a moment to reflect. That was the yummiest part of the program for me. And that was the day Abba came. So our guest speakers were so dynamic, so rich. They had so many jewels. I was taking notes. Every guest speaker said something that I took notes on. I said, let me write that down. So that was probably my favorite part. Not what I taught, was also hearing what they taught. Oh my gosh. And one thing Cordelia said, I'm bringing it back. She said something. She said, forgiveness is a decision. And she was like, she taught the difference between for decisions and choices. She was like, once you decide, you make choices that align with your decision. I said, oh my God, is that my friend? That's my friend who dropped that jewel. So things like that, and really seeing the girls connect to forgiveness and decisions and choices and leaderships and mentorships and networking. If any one of our legends are watching, I pray and hope that you connected with those guest speakers, because they were phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
They were in a class of their own. I have no complaints about nothing this year. But I forgot. Back to answer your other questions. One of my favorite parts of this year was the guest speakers. They were amazing, as well as seeing the legends past come in and network with and pour in to our OG legends came to speak to our new school legends. So
Mm-hmm.
that I really appreciate that.
Thank you for sharing.
Thank you.
For
What was your favorite class to teach or to sit in, or your favorite lesson?
For me, I really did enjoy doing the legendary panel. I feel like with the girls, because we're so close in age, and they can see like how the program has helped us transform into the woman that we want to be, that they can see it and be like, oh, it's a full circle moment, like this will be me soon. So I feel like that was really impactful and powerful for me too, that I was able to speak to them and they were listening to me and really feeling and understanding like how I got here. So that was really, really beautiful. And I feel like another thing that I love to see is when the guest speakers come in, like you said, just do their thing. I feel like I said, they were using them journals. They was writing down everything and really soaking everything in. And I feel like they learned so much. And I know that if we do have a reunion, or if we, tap back in, or if you have one-on-one sessions, that they're going to be able to speak to everything that they learned. And I feel like that's super powerful.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Isis. This was amazing. I forgot. We had
This
an
was refreshing. You was reminding me
Yeah.
of some stuff we missed.
I remember, oh yeah, we missed that. And
Mm-hmm.
that happened. And I will just want to just also thank my legends. For those of you who don't know, that's what I call these young women who participate in the program. And it's something that I got years ago when I was watching Oprah Legends Bowl, and I will always call them. And I believe in affirming and declaring things. Like, I believe they already are. They already are. God calls those things that be not as though they are. So I call them my legends, because I believe they're going to go and be legendary and be legends. But I want to just say thank you so much to the 2024 cohort of Embrace Her Legacy Legends. You ladies showed up. You showed out. You affirmed me every day. Miss Maria, you're doing so great. And the level of gratitude and appreciation, that was another thing that I saw from this cohort. They were so vocal about their gratitude and their heartfelt, sincere appreciation. And they were just like, you could tell they appreciated everything that was happening. They appreciated every lesson. They were sitting there with their journals. They were learning. And even if they weren't verbally expressing it in a class, in their action step homework assignments, I saw them also express it there. So I want to say thank you to you ladies for showing up, and stay close to your emails because we have a lot of fun things coming. You don't know, it might be a reunion, it might be some journals, it might be an event, you never know. But I'm proud of you, and I want you to focus. Any of you legends who are watching, I want you to focus on continuing applying what you learn, and know that the Embrace Her Legacy team, we're always here. We're always an email away. And if you have any ideas and suggestions of things and programs and lives and things you want to see, then make sure that you let us know. So I just wanted to let the legends know that I appreciate them. Yeah. That was it. I would love to see if anybody have any questions. Isis, did you have anything else you wanted to say?
Well, I want to say shout out to class of 2024, the Embrace Her Legacy Legends. Snaps for the girls.
The snapping legends.
Yes, they are the snapping legends. I just want to say that I appreciate them for showing up and showing out. I feel like this program was definitely one for the books. I do want to say that I appreciate you, how you were able to really take it from the Zoom call right back into the classroom like nothing. And it was beautiful to see, to sit into the classroom. And I just thank you for letting me be on your team and helping you out and being behind the scenes, because it was full circle for me. Like starting in 2020 and just being on the computer to now sitting in the classroom and watching the girls grow. It was really beautiful.
Oh, thank you, Isis. Shout out to my dream team. Yeah, does anybody have any questions or anything before we leave? We'll start bringing you more like mentor chats where you guys can come in with your open questions and we'll talk, things like that, bringing things, bringing what we do, trying to balance what we do online and offline well, making sure those type of things happen. But yeah, if anybody has any questions afterwards, you can definitely drop them in the comments. But
DM us.
DMs. Any type of lives y'all want to see after. We are going on break after next weekend. So this is our last live for the summer. Isis has a birthday coming in August.
Yes.
So please.
On the 23rd is my
August
golden birthday.
23rd. Wait, is it you turning 23 or 24?
I'm turning 23 on the 23rd.
Oh my God, it's Jordan here. So everybody, please go and give Isis love for her birthday. Happy early birthday. Shout out to the August birthday. Shout out to the summer babies. And let's make the most. I really want you guys to enjoy the rest of your summer. Enjoy every day that the weather is still beautiful. It is nice. Gen Z, get off from your devices and go out into the sun. Okay, go
take a walk.
go journal in the park. I think Peyton is an August baby too. I think Peyton, didn't you say your birthday's coming? I think Peyton's 16th birthday is coming. Is it August or September?
She said she will touch grass.
Okay, go touch grass.
Mm-hmm.
Go outside. Go to the beaches. Go for a walk with your friends. And y'all, especially New York, y'all not back in school yet. So I know other cities, you guys. August 26th. All right. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Oh, happy early birthday to my August babies. Enjoy New York. My New York girls who aren't back in school. End the summer strong. Enjoy it. Be outside. Like you said, touch the grass. Go for walks, enjoy it, because then the next thing you know, you're gonna be like, oh my God, it's getting dark at 4:00.
Yeah.
What did you do in August when it was nice outside? So enjoy it, hydrate, and make the most of wherever you are in this season. Right, so make the most of it. You may not be able to go on a luxurious vacation in your city somewhere. Go do something that you've never seen done in your city, and take your journal with you, and then get some Embrace Her Legacy content and send it to us while you're on your walk. But that's pretty much it. Any last words, Isis, for the summer?
Well, I hope you guys have an amazing summer. Thank you for tuning in. If you're watching this on YouTube or on our Instagram page, make sure that you like it, comment, and hit that follow button. Make sure that you follow us on TikTok, Facebook, and subscribe to our YouTube too. And thank you all for being here.
All righty. Bye, everyone. Good night.
Bye.